This is what we call payback time. So, Glenn is a guy who gets things done. I'm in the fundraising business, and there are some people when they look at Glenn, and he says this himself, all they see is dollar signs. And the truth of the matter is he's so much more than dollar signs. He is truly one of a kind. He's a character, but he's a caring character. And anything he gets behind at 100%. He'll drive you crazy. Who's been on the receiving end of some of Glenn's emails? So I have discovered that if you don't read his emails, he'll quiz you on them, and then he'll get you for not reading them top to bottom. So I've become a consumer of Glenn's extensive writings. One of the things that I'm not sure anybody knows, and I'm not even sure that Mr. Neatenbeek would completely agree with this, but this building that we're in right now, the Heritage Center, Glenn had a role in sort of pestering us into doing something like this. He is a guy who truly believes in the power of embracing our history and celebrating our history. And once upon a time, we were having strawberry ice cream with Glenn, and he said, we got to do something meaningful to celebrate those brothers that came before us. And one of the things that I'll never forget, and one of the things that I appreciate about Glenn more than anything, is he organizes these tours of cemeteries. And I thought, God, that's really odd. Why are we doing this? Until I went to one of these things, and he does a beautiful job of organizing these things. He gets all these like fancy, brilliant people there to talk about this stuff. And we were at one, I can't even remember, I've been to a whole bunch of them, because he pesters you until you show up. But there was one, and we were around, it was a brother that served in the Civil War, and Glenn made the comment, do you think that this brother, when he passed away 100 years ago, thought about the fact that we'd be here honoring him today? And he goes, that's something that's pretty special about Masonry. And that's really what this building is all about. It's about celebrating the past. I have one more story about Glenn, and it just wouldn't be right unless I told you about this. So this winter, I hadn't heard from Glenn. He hadn't sent any of his emails. He hadn't been calling me 3 or 4 times a day wondering why he goes straight to voicemail. And I'm sure you people have had him go straight to voicemail too, let's be honest, okay? But I went and I decided, I gotta go see what's going on. So I got some strawberry ice cream and I went down to his house in Burnsville, and there was like 5 or 6 newspapers like frozen into the ground. And I thought, oh God, I'm gonna have to call 911. I pounded on the door, there's no answer. I'm pulling out of the driveway, and there Glenn appears in the door. And let's just say he's wearing less clothes than I preferred at the moment. And there are some things that you just can't unsee. But we had lunch planned for that day, and I brought him the strawberry ice cream, and I set it there. And as I'm driving away, he's yelling at me, "Where's the hamburger? Where's my lunch?" I'm like, the lunch is at the place we were supposed to be meeting at. So, Glenn, we love you. You truly are sincerely one of a kind. I think we can all agree with that. And I think that there's no one more deserving of this award, because you do get stuff done. So thank you, Glenn.